Shalom, shalom. Kahalo Yahweh, Bahashem, Hamashiach Yahweh for giving me the spirit and power to do this lesson, and for giving me the spirit and power to wake up another day to show forth repentance in these last days as we get closer and closer to Jacob's trouble, the great tribulation period, or whatever you want to call it. We need to be repentant, as says 2 Peter chapter 3 and verse 18. So, we all deal with spirits. Everybody, get spirits, jump on them and they got to shake them off, so to speak. But I'm going to start out with this. Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 6 and verse 24. But the multitude of the wise, that's what we go out there to do, to be the welfare for the rest of our people, to show them right from wrong, to show them who our enemies are, to show them how to get closer to the Most High God, right? But, that's not, it ain't no but. That's the highest paying job on this planet right now. That's the highest pay, and it's the highest level of conversation. You could go get you can understanding, but they don't really understand. We understand what this book is telling us, what it's teaching us, past, present, and future. So of course we're gonna have to deal with, they say, great power comes great responsibility. These demons, they bothering they messing with all of us. And one thing we cannot do is let this world and the things that's in it, the people that's in it, strip away our belief and our belief and our hope. Because that's all we got is our hope, man. We hope to be saved out of this place. The Most High, he told us he was going to deliver us out of this place. All of this bullshit that we dealing with each and every day. Watching you, man, I'm talking about every... And we watch them prosper. They get everything they want. Things just go smooth for them. Even though the Lord told us he was going to punish them in the worst way at the end, you still have those spirits jumping on you. Right? You still have those, depression demon, anger demon, confused. These spirits jump on us from time to time. And that's all right, because they're trying to knock us off of the path. The accusers, Hashatan and Satan, that's what he do. Him and his minions, that's what the spirits, that's what they do. We have to understand. A lot of brothers didn't fail to this. A lot of brothers. Fallen soldiers everywhere, man. Straight up, they compromised. And a lot of stuff is because of what they was going through. We all have, thoughts. We all got the same shit. They tell us that in Second Ezra. And I actually brought this out in class last night. But in Second Ezra chapter 4 and verse 28, it says, "But as concerning the things whereof thou asked me, I will tell thee, for the evil is sown, but the destruction thereof is not yet come." This was thousands of years ago when this was told. Uriel, the angel, told this to Ezra, man. So Ezra was experiencing the same kind of stuff we experience each and every day, man. You think Ezra didn't have evil thoughts? It's explaining right here how everybody has evil thoughts going all the way back to Adam. Your favorite teacher have evil thoughts. Your favorite teacher get depressed. That's why a lot of the times brothers, they tell you to stay on fire. That's all you got in your mind to to burn up all of them evil ass thoughts. That's all you got. So I'm gonna keep going. It says, but the destruction thereof is not yet come. If therefore that which is sown be not turned upside down, and if the place where the evil is sown pass not by, pass not away, then cannot it come that is sown with good. You understand that? Like, things had to be made so bad so that we can appreciate what's really good. And that's the laws of the Most High, the instructions of the Most High, and the faith of Yahweh Shah, man. That faith and that hope which goes into Yahweh Shah Mashiach is crucial, very crucial. You need it in times when you're dealing with the test of time. The test of time is probably your biggest challenge, man. You've been in the truth 10, 15 years and the Lord still ain't came. You feel like you seeing prophecies growing, and then they die. It seemed like they dying back down. Test of time, man. It says, for the grain of evil seed had been sown in the heart of Adam from the beginning. And how much ungodliness have it brought up until this time? And how much shall it yet bring forth until the time of threshing? This is thousands of years ago. Look where we at. Esau's ruling. Look at all of the things that he's allowing to happen in his kingdom. You have as the president of the United States of America, which we live, this nigga is a 33 count felon. 33 felonies, and he ran for president and won. And now he's in the office being a complete hypocrite, telling people that they are illegal immigrants and getting them deported, and his wife illegal. They're illegal. You know, Dylan, man, all that shit builds up. It all builds up. You know, you dealing with bills. You see these niggas tariff this, tariff that, tariff this, tariff that. Trump is explaining how much money he's making. He said, we just made $12 billion, you know, for this project. He made $150 million for himself. Trump is back to being a billionaire now. But then look at us. Bills are still going up. Rent going up. You call an electric company like, hey, man, why my electric bill so high? Well, due to, you know, this, and this. It's like, bro, what does that have to do with us? Where is the tax dollars going? Then you will realize the tax dollars is really for your demise. All of this shit in their family. You miss family sometimes. But they not dealing with you. They not dealing with you because of the truth. All of this is what's going, you're going to have, this is your hope and your belief. You cannot let this world strip that away from you, because what's to come is far more greater. And you got to believe that, because there ain't nothing else here for you. It ain't nothing else here for you, man. I like to bring out this precept a lot too when I go over this lesson, when I go over topics like this. Sirach chapter 13 and 13. He says, observe and take good heed. The same way it tells us about the law. Pay attention to and take good heed. For thou walkest in the peril means dangers, of thy overthrowing. Each and every day, we walking in something that can destroy us. Each and every day, you seeing brothers fall out the truth for many different reasons. And you wondering if you gonna be next. Because this ain't a game. We all mess up, and you be afraid sometimes. You have to worry about that too in your mind. Your mind, the Most High can plague your mind. He ain't gotta completely destroy you. I know a brother that's been talking about how the whole Israelite doctrine is off simply because we believe that the day is over. It's like a evening to evening. We believe evening to evening, like Leviticus tell us, like the Bible tell us. And he believed our whole doctrine is completely wrong because we don't believe that the day starts in the morning. The same way we don't believe the next day starts at 12 a.m. I've watched this dude teach this for 5 years, literally. And it's sad as fuck. And you be like, damn, like, you know, what am I worth? You know, you be thinking that, you know, concerning the Lord. Why am I still here? What am I doing here? Am I doing good? You just getting, this is all you think about sometimes. And that's normal. That shit happen. This is part of the fight. This is the condition of the battle which man upon the earth shall fight. And it all started with Adam. It said the evil grain, the evil seed was planted in the heart of Adam from the beginning. Anybody that you can think about in the Bible that was righteous dealt with this, even Yahushua, but Yahushua didn't sin. He didn't act on it. And that's why we follow him. That's why we follow him. Paul explained it to us in Romans chapter 7. The things that we want to do, we don't do. The things that we don't want to do, that do I. But we can't let this world strip our faith, our belief, and our hope from us, because that's what it's trying to do. The shit you see on social media is just amazing. Going to the left side, like amazing in a bad way. It's amazing what you see on social media. The way the women carry themselves, the way that the men carry themselves. These niggas is getting more gayer and gayer and gayer and gayer. And the women are getting more masculine and masculine and masculine and masculine. So you can see the role reverse. It's a role reverse. You bring out the truth, everybody got a problem with that. This is one thing that you can't escape. You don't want to be out there in public. You know, it says, you know, harmless as a dove, wise as a serpent. You don't want to be out there just like yelling and screaming, I'm an Israelite at the top of my lungs. Yeah, I keep the commandments. You evil, you evil, you evil, and you evil. You don't want to do that. You're going to start problems with people unnecessarily. So you move accordingly. If people talking about the Bible, you want to get in there, all praises. But sometimes, like around Christmas, hey man, what you gonna get your kids for Christmas? I don't deal with Christmas. Why? I mean, shit, I believe in the Bible. You believe in the Bible? Ain't that Jesus' birthday? And that's where the argument starts. It's like, bro, I didn't even want to have this fucking conversation because of this. This is not the place for that. You be at work on the clock, not on break. You actually on the floor. I actually had this happen to me. And he said, man, you failed as a father. Because I explained to him why I don't celebrate Christmas. He said, I failed as a father. You got to, man, I've been thinking about that shit happened like 3-4 years ago. I still think about that though, because of what he told me that. It was like, damn, bro, like, really? You ain't even hear me out. He ain't even hear why I said I really don't. Why I really don't. I let it go. I was just like, all right, cool. This is the shit we got to deal with being here. I've been reading, I read Habakkuk or Habakkuk 2 or 3 times already. Recently, this is what I've been on. This is what I've been reading. And I just keep reading the chapters over and over. That's what I'm going to keep doing. Because Habakkuk was in the same situation. Habakkuk was wondering, what the hell is going on? And then he started, Habakkuk start talking to the Lord, asking the Lord, what is going on? Why are you just sitting back, letting this happen? Which teaches us what? That's why stories like this is written. It teaches us the men of God, the men of the ancient world had the same mentality. And I'm about to read it. Habakkuk chapter 1 and verse 1. The burden which Habakkuk the prophet did see. So the troubles, the chaos that he was witnessing, I'm sure he was witnessing it from his own people. I'm sure he was, man. His own people not wanting to talk to him no more because of the belief that he had and what he had hope in. I'm sure he was dealing with, the wealthy of the wicked. And we talking about our people. Because there was certain situations where our people was ruling, but they was just as evil as Esau. Corrupts politicians, taking briberies, condemning people. Look at how they tried to do Yahweh Shai. That proves a lot to us. The way that they tried to do Yahweh Shai. They tried to do Yahweh Shai. They literally was trying to set him up. They was trying to get people to lie and say that they seen him breaking laws. That's how it always been. That's how it is amongst our people too. I done had been in those situations too, where you would tell Jake what you believe in, and they'll go over there with the Edomites and get the snickering and shit, laughing and playing. I didn't been in that situation, and the only thing you can do is put your head down, because they ain't gonna get it. They ain't gonna understand. We got to deal with these kind of things each and every day. But what gets it more intensified, like I said earlier, is the test of time. When you've been in this truth for a long time, it start weighing in on you. Like I said, when you start seeing those prophecies flare up, you get all happy, and then it seems like, that's what I'm saying, it seems like it dies down. It's like, oh man, got a little bit longer. But we got to hold on though. We got to. Because what we see them doing right now with this Jacob, they ain't about to let up. They ain't about to stop this. They not. They didn't already kill people. They didn't already, what about the Mexicans that was deported? What about the ones that was missing and never found? What about the ones that washed up to sea, that was dumped off those planes? Ain't no turning back now. We understand that, but your flesh still gets like that. It still gets like that. So Habakkuk said, verse 2, O Lord, how long shall I cry, and thou wilt not hear? Even cry out unto thee of violence, and thou wilt not save. Habakkuk is saying, look at all of this violence, and you're not doing anything. Those thoughts run across your mind when you're in this captivity. The violence that's done to your people. Look what they're doing. Like I just explained about the Northern Kingdom. They're getting washed up to sea. They found Northern Kingdom brothers and women raped in facilities, men. They found a man hung in an alligator Alcatraz, hung by his neck. So their explanation and their reasoning on why they doing this, we know it's not lining up to the truth. So those questions arise like, Lord, how long are you going to let this happen? But I got to bring this out before we continue, because this is the understanding that I'm getting, that I've learned from Habakkuk also is, as Habakkuk was asking these questions, the Most High was answering him, but Habakkuk still wasn't fully answering. Mean what? You will never understand the Most High fully in his ways and why he do things. You will never understand that. Like, for instance, my wife, she got her twin brother murdered their father, killed him in cold blood, shot him to death, gunned him down. And just amazing. It was like, Lord, what is this? What's going on? And like, according to the world standard, bro, this man was a decent man. He didn't believe in the truth, but he wasn't a violent man. He wasn't no crazy. He wasn't, man, he loved his children. That's something I can say. He loved his children. Straight up. But, it'll put you in a frozen state of like, what the hell is going on? Why? Why are you going to allow this? Especially when the brother, it don't look like he's about to do life. Or it don't look like, it don't look like how it looked like. That puts you in a frozen state. But I'm going to read this. Sirach 34:9. It says, a man that hath traveled knowing many things and he that have much experience and will declare wisdom. Lock it. So I'm looking for. Let me do this. This is Sirach 34, 9 and 10. In another translation, of course. A man's mind is not able to comprehend the way of the Lord, and who can understand his work? See that? A man's mind is not able to comprehend the way of the Lord, and who can understand his work? Who's going to understand the work of the Most High? None of us are. None of us are. So going back to Habakkuk, he said, "O Lord, how long shall I cry, and thou wilt not hear? Even cry out unto thee of violence, and thou wilt not save. Why dost thou shew me iniquity, and cause me to behold grievance? For spoiling and violence are before me, and there are that raise up strife and contention." Like I was just explaining. Your everyday modern people, they digging in your life, trying to find wrong in what you believe in. But then a homosexual can go be a homosexual though, and you got to leave him alone. That's what we deal with. Or you actually got people called Trump supporters that's actually supporting this dude. And I know him. My boss is one of them. He will get mad as fuck if you say any Trump supporter. They get so mad when you say something because they know he's corrupt. At my last job, it was saying everybody on the floor was Trump supporters. And one of my coworkers, he was Jake. We was playing around, we was cracking jokes, and he was like, "Watch this." And it was a bald-headed white man. He was explaining, he was like, "Man, Trump, man, be on that crazy stuff, man. What's going on with him, man?" And man, the white dude, he on a forklift. He stopped the forklift, to talk to him. And next thing I know, I just heard yelling, "You gotta read the fucking paragraph. You gotta read the fucking paragraph. They're trying to frame Trump." Like, bro, nobody's trying to frame this dude. He put it all out there. But you got people that's strife and contention that actually on both sides. And you get tired of that shit. You get tired of that shit, man. You know what I'm saying? You just want to live a life in peace with your people, and y'all all doing right by God, right standing with God, with Yahweh. We got to sit here and explain to heathens that we the people of the book. Bro, who else went on slave ships, dude? But we got to explain this. And then we're wrong. And we're twisting the doctrine, and we devils, and we a cult, and we a hate group. We a cult and a hate group. That's another thing. We a cult and a hate group coming from some people that literally ate us. They ate the women, the men, and the children. These Edomites, these Europeans, they used to eat us. Go look it up. They used to eat us, man. They're calling us a cult and a hate group. Back straight, almost obliterated the Northern Kingdom, the Native Americans, and the Hispanics. But we a cult, and we teach hate. Every time you want to watch something spiritual, concerning the Bible, the days of Noah, white people. The Passion of Christ, white people. The book of Jeremiah, white people. Paul, white people. They all fucking white people. The angels, white people. The Hamites, white people. Everybody's white, but we're a cult, and we teach hate. This is the shit you be thinking about on a daily basis, because the Bible tell you, he that increaseth wisdom increaseth sorrow. So it says, Ecclesiastes 1 and 18. For in much wisdom is much grief, and he that increaseth knowledge increaseth sorrow. So knowledge is to know. It means you what you know. So when you increase in what you know, like about your people, about the enemy, the situation that you living in, it increases a lot of sorrow, and it intensifies over the test of time, man. It intensifies. And you be left reading the book of Habakkuk, asking the same kind of things. You'll realize that you asking the same things Habakkuk asked. And the rest of the men in the Bible, a lot of those men ask these same questions. When are you coming back? Like, when are you gonna come get us? Ezra asked it in 2nd Ezra, and Uriel told him. It says, verse 4, therefore the law is slacked, and judgment doth never go forth. Our people is not getting judged right at all, not even a little bit. It says, for the wicked doth compass about the righteous, therefore wrong judgment proceedeth. You see that? This is what Habakkuk is saying to the Most High and asking the Most High. What's going on? Can we please get out of here? Right? When you go to the next chapter, Habakkuk, because the Most High in the rest of the chapter 1, the Most High answers him, but the Most High answers him above his comprehension. Most High like, hey, so look, I'm going to send the Babylonians, and the Babylonians going to do this, this, and this, and this, and this. I'm going to send them. Right? But when you go into chapter 2, Habakkuk said, he had more questions at the end of chapter 1. But in chapter 2, it says, verse 1, I will stand upon my watch and set me upon the tower and will wait, Salakia, watch to see what he will say unto me and what I shall answer when I am reproved. So Habakkuk had more questions, and he was waiting for the Lord to answer him. Right? It says, and the Lord answered me and said, write the vision and make it plain upon tables, that he may run that readeth it. The scriptures that was written aforetime was written for our learning. That's why we had these scriptures, and this helps us out. I know reading Habakkuk helped me out. That's what these kind of books are for. The minor prophets. It got prophecy in it too. That's why he's saying this. But it's also a faith booster, a hope booster, endurance booster, fortitude booster, integrity booster. Wherever the spirits is jumping on you, there's boosters to help the drainage. There's certain passages in the Bible that'll help throw that off of you. So the Lord says, for in the vision is yet for a appointed time, that the end shall speak and not lie, though it tarry, wait for it, because it will surely come. It will not tarry. You see that? The Most High this is something we do understand. The Most High is saying, write this down, because it's for a appointed time. It's for the last days, but it's gonna come, and that's for I'm not lying. I'm telling you the truth. It's gonna come. The Most High ain't never been proved to be a liar, but he said it's gonna come. Right? Then he says, behold, his soul which is lifted up is not upright in him, but the just shall live by faith. So the questions that Habakkuk had, the Most High simplified it and said, write it down. This is for the last days. But what I want you to do is live by faith. Do you believe me? Do you trust me? Do you got hope? All right, then. Endure until the end. Endure until your end. If that's what you got to do. Straight up, you got to endure until your end. Because he said the just is going to live by faith. That's just what it is. And it's either we believe that and we endure, with hope, or we don't. So I'm going to close out on this. Jeremiah 29:11. For I know the thought that I think towards you, saith Yahweh, thoughts of peace and not of evil, to give you an expected end. See that? to give us an expected end. The Lord says the thoughts that he had towards us is of peace and not of evil. Because look what we're dealing with today. We're dealing with evil. Each and every day you go outside, sometimes most of the time you don't even got to go outside. Just get on social media. But then when you actually go outside, you see nothing but evil. You see what's being done to your people and to the earth. Not just your people. Look what's being done to the earth, man. These niggas is making it snow like this. It's being proven. People are going outside and burning the snow and it's turning black. Or it's melting, but no water is coming. No water is, it's not really melting. That's what we got to deal with. So he says, for I know the thoughts that I think towards you, said Yahweh, thoughts of peace. Like I said earlier, that's all we want. That's all I want is peace. Tired of the cars breaking down. Straight up. You tired of having to pay for shit like, bro, why is a car battery $300? Why? You got small parts that go where your wheel go, and it's part $1,000. You gotta pay for a tag every year, like it's just so useful that you got a fucking sticker the size of a square that you can make with your finger on your license plate just to say that you legal. Driver's license is kind of understandable because these are machines. But insurance? People pay insurance for 20 years. They don't ever get $1 back. They ain't never had a wreck in their life. Don't get none of that shit back. And they only cover up to $20,000 worth of damage. Or sometimes it's lower. I know my shit probably ain't on 20,000. So it's like, bro, where is all my money going if you only covering a certain amount? Because I'm not paying a certain, I gotta pay this every single month for the rest of my life as long as I want to drive. But then y'all stop me right here and say, yeah, we only gonna cover this amount. This is what we got to deal with. And I can just keep going. They clearly see, I did it in one of my lessons. I showed it in one of my lessons recently on how 70% of divorces is done by women. And then they getting alimony. Niggas got to break them off of half of what they earned. And women are treating this like a job, a jackpot. We got to watch all this shit take place. I could just keep going, but I'm gonna keep reading. He says, not of evil, to give you an expected end. What we expect, what he expect. It says, then shall ye call upon me, and ye shall go and pray unto me, and I will hearken unto you. I'm going to use a term that the brother said that a video I was watching. He was quoting Yahushua, where Yahushua said, with the faith of a mustard seed, you can move mountains. A mustard seed is one of the smallest seeds. And he tied that into the Bible in Jeremiah 6 and Ezekiel. It talks about nations being mountains. And with our faith, what we believe, us going out here doing this work, putting off this vibration, this energy, is moving the mountain of Esau out of the way. I think that was a good understanding. With our faith and the actions that we put in with it as a nation collectively, is moving the mountain of Esau out the way. But that don't stop the flesh. You still feel like time is running out. You still feel like time ain't on your side. I'm sure brothers and sisters don't want to be 90 years old and then here comes Jacob's trouble in its full intensity. Because they feel like they ain't gonna be able to do anything. Straight up, man, that shit happens. People had those thoughts, man. I talk to people all the time and they had these kind of thoughts. Right, but we gotta keep going. That's the end all be all. We gotta keep going. We got to, because the Most High said that the just is going to live by faith. That's what he answered Habakkuk and said. Check this out. The just is going to live by faith. Not by sight, by faith. So I'm gonna keep going. He says, verse 13, and ye shall seek me and find me when ye shall search for me with all your heart. And I will be found of you, said Yahweh, and I will turn away your captivity, and I will gather you from all nations and from all places whither I have driven you, said Yahweh, and will bring you again into the place whence I caused you to be carried away captive. So us in a situation, we think we understand, how the prophecies, we think we understand. We see prophecies come. We see them get intensified, and it seems like they die down. It seems like that, but that's not the case. It's just us, our mind. That's why we got to trust and believe in the Most High. These prophecies are intensifying. Esau is running rampant like this because the Bible said he would. It said because he know but that he have but a short time. So we see, him doing what he's doing right now around the earth, nuking countries, deporting people, the shit that they doing is because they know they got a short time. And they distracting us with all kind of different shit, but that's what it is. So the Most High's ways is coming to pass. The Most High is going to come and deliver us out of this captivity. We just gotta beef up on our hope and our belief. But the Lord said, if we do that, we searching with our whole heart. He says he's going to deliver us from captivity. And I will bring you again into the place when I caused you to be carried away captive. That's just what we got to believe, man. So with that, man, I say shalom.